Okay, you guys, we are back. And in this video, we're going to talk about additional body cam footage has been released. And this body cam footage shows Shacarri arrest when the police, they were talking to her inside Seattle Tacoma International Airport following a domestic violence charge between her and Christian Coleman. What had happened was on July 27, Shacarri and Christian Coleman, they were traveling. Now, when they were at the Seattle Tacoma International Airport, what we saw based on video surveillance footage was Shacarri assaulting Christian Coleman. Christian Coleman was walking away from her, but she kept shoving him, and it appeared as though she threw something at him that looks like a headphone. Now, she was arrested on domestic violence charge, and she was later released. And following her arrest and release, Christian Coleman was asked about the entire incident. Christian Coleman said, she's a really nice person. Things happen, and not because things happen and people do stuff, it doesn't mean that they are a bad individual, because Shacarri is genuinely a sweet person. Now, following Christian Coleman's interview with the media outlets where he spoke highly of Shacarri then issued a public apology. But it seems as though something is out to get Shacarri, because today the body cam footage has been released, and what this body cam footage reveals is that when the police was talking to Shacarri inside the airport about her behavior, Shacarri was basically defending herself, saying, you don't lie about certain things in a relationship. In one portion of the clip, she basically admitted to putting hands on Christian Coleman. And then in another portion of the clip, she was basically saying, she didn't hit him or anything like that. Now, in case you guys haven't been keeping up, what I'm going to do, I'm going to include the recent body footage now so that you guys can see it. So we're going to get to that clip, and then I'll come back with the rest of my commentary. And then after the rest of my commentary, what I'm going to do for you guys, in case you're new or in case you missed the previous videos, I'm going to include the surveillance footage inside the airport of Shacarri assaulting Christian Coleman. I'm going to include Christian Coleman's interview where he basically spoke highly of Shacarri. Then I'm going to include Shacarri's apology to Christian Coleman. So let's take a look at the new police body cam footage first, and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
Haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar, and that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet, you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it came to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that showed that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally, let you guys know, like, hey, relationship thing, have no problem, and walking up to you guys. So I'm not hiding. Right. Mm-hmm. So hi, how are you doing, sir?
Well, I'm doing alright.
I'm doing
good. Okay.
But I had to put down, I'm so sorry, you're grabbing me right now.
Yep, you're under arrest.
I'm under arrest right now? What am I under arrest? What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay.
You're under arrest for assault 14.
I didn't assault him though.
We have video cameras.
I literally was we were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't have to do it harder. Christian, are you serious right now?
So man, in Washington State, he doesn't get a say.
But I understand, we were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay, I'm not gonna resist. But I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that your guys are doing this to me, and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all.
I appreciate that.
But you have me on camera. But at the same time, what he has on camera, when I have my phone, shows something different. So if I need to show that, I will.
We have you on camera all back here.
Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian.
Don't talk to him right now.
Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer. They are They're arresting me right now, Christian. Sissy, they're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now?
You actually gonna go to jail.
Wait, but right now,
Yes, it's a physical.
I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him?
We have it on
Christian, are you serious right now?
Alright.
Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now.
Okay, guys, so Miss Shacarri complying with the police, she's letting them know I'm cooperating, so you don't have to be tugging on me like that. And she was calling out to Christian saying, are you really going to allow this to happen? But the police is saying, ma'am, he really has no say in this. But it seems as though Shacarri was not getting that. She was taken a bit back by the fact that she was getting arrested for something that appeared so simple. But she also needs to understand that the police job is to keep the peace. And once the law is broken, in a sense, they have to do what is right. Shacarri also, I believe what she said when she said, it's just that when you're in a relationship with someone, you really don't lie about some things. And I definitely believe her because I don't think Shacarri is a huge liar in that sense. Yes, in the clip, she was like, but I didn't hit him. I didn't do anything to him. But you could definitely see that she did shove him and she did throw something at him. So maybe she doesn't see it as a big deal, but it's definitely a big deal. She's basically saying Christian wanted her to give him something like it's her belonging, but he wants it. And, I think that Shacarri might be too vulnerable because it's not the first time I'm hearing this cry coming from her, wherein she is in a relationship and the other party in that relationship seems to be in that relationship for what they can get from her. And that is a very dangerous situation for any woman to be in. And as such, it would be good for her to be extremely careful because those situations can leave her ruined if people are getting involved with you just to take disadvantage of you. You really can't trust people like that. And that's why I said yesterday in that clip, when Christian Coleman did that interview and he spoke highly of Shacarri, I said it's either that guy is a really good actor or he's a decent person. I don't know him and his personality like that. I've seen Shacarri over the years and I've basically analyzed her personality. You can tell that when she's passionate about something, she's going to go all out. And when it's time for her to speak her truth, she's going to do so unapologetically. And as such, I believe when she says, you just don't basically try to demand people's things. And when you're in a relationship, you don't lie about certain things. Those things are things that I 110% believe that Christian Coleman did lie to her about something very important. And I also believe, as she's saying, he wanted something from her. Definitely, because it seems to be a repeated thing with her and her partners. So she needs to be very careful with whom she gets involved with, and she really need to assess the situation that she's in, because if someone is going to push her to that level, that psychological manipulation, and if she doesn't know how to protect herself, she's going to be seen as the bad guy at all times. So she needs to be very careful, very tactful, and try to control her emotions. I think maybe anger management maybe, but I think Shacarri really, really needs to be careful because I've been hearing her and this repeated saga in relationships of people always wanting to take from her. And it seems as though she's really kind, where if she likes you, nothing is too much for her to do for you. But at the same time, she never gets the honesty that she asks for in return. This is something that I've noticed over the years. Every time something comes on the internet about her and her relationships, it's normally the same cycle. People taking disadvantage of her getting spiraling out of control because she feels cheated and lied to. So it's time for her to start self-protecting, especially when there's a pattern. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. It is your time to chime in. Let me know what's your take on the matter. Do you think that Shacarri is being honest when she said Christian Coleman lied about something important in their relationship? And also when she said that he wanted to take something that belongs to her from her, and it seems as though she was like, no, I'm not going to give it to you because you lied. I want to hear from you guys. What's your take on the matter? While you're at it, do all you need to do on this video to support your girl. Peace.
Actually, I feel like it was just a sucky situation all around. Like, I don't feel as if like she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. And she have like things that she need to work on for herself, of course. And so do I, so do you, like everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just like extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if like I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at like situations like this to just like, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation. And I hate the narrative too of just like, it's so negative. But like I said, it's just like in the state of Seattle, even talking to the cop or whatever, he was just like, it really was nothing I could do. And just like, I understood. But I mean, like I said, it was just a sucky situation. But she's a human being and a great person, and I feel like, like we've been able to be like really good teammates like all year. And I hate that narrative too, because us coming together, like we're just two like real dominant personalities, and she's, to me, the best female athlete in the world. Like, I see it every day. And like, for me in my process, like I just said, like moving training groups, a whole new environment, a whole new, training setup, different than what I've been in the past, like, 10 years of my, track and field career, and transitioning and then still coming back running 9.8 and feeling like I got so much more to give. Like that's my path, that's my journey. And like being so up close and personal with her every day. And like I watched this girl like fall on the track like in February and walk it off like it was, like a cramp, but get back up and have to take like a month and a half of just like rehab and trying to come back. And then 3 weeks later, like have a competition and like, like she just had a lot of things going on, and like a lot of emotions and forces going on inside of her that like not only I can understand, but nobody can, because she's one-on-one and I'm one-on-one too. And so I know everything is happening in God's plan, because obviously he's one-on-one. And so that's really the main focus and the thing that I just wanted to say. And I know that like it's been a tough journey for her this year, but she gonna bounce back. And like I said, I see it every day. She's the best female athlete in the world, and she gonna be just fine. She gonna be good, and I'm gonna be good too. So it is what it is.
Hey y'all, it's Shacarri, and more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well, is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more, not even just for myself, for my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to run away.